Providing security with the Peace Force is, this is kind of how it goes. We're not cops and we don't work for the cops. We're there to provide security and safety to our people. That said, there's not really a hostile relationship with the police either. It's a very formal relationship. The police actually like the fact that we take care of our people so they don't have to come into the march if there's an issue going on, unless it's something that we can't handle. But certainly, most of the time, what we do is we provide service. People need to know where the bathrooms are. People need to know where their contingent is assembling. Assembling contingents need to be fed into the march in a particular order, so there's a little bit of traffic control in that way. The press needs to be very politely kept away a little bit from the lead banner so that they can all get good pictures. So perhaps at the rally there'll be a little bit of controlling access to the backstage area. So all of these are sort of the normal run-of-the-mill kinds of things that we do, and the things that would really only take probably half an hour of training. We also have to be ready to deal with problems. I don't anticipate problems, and in fact 90% of the time, 95% of the time there aren't problems, but we spend 95% of our time training for those problems. Problems might include somebody getting sick or ill and needing medical attention. They might involve somebody from the general public who's not part of our march having a little bit of a freak out because they need to get across our march to take their child home. It sometimes involves sort of testy relations with police, although that will not happen at this march because the police are completely on the side of the resistance movement. So then there are sort of the more difficult problems: hecklers, counter-protesters, agents provocateurs, even how is it that we deal with Black Bloc. So I would say that we come from a very, very strictly held principle of nonviolence, which means we do not interject ourselves ever into a violent situation. We are always serving as observers in that regard and working very hard to de-escalate violent situations if they come up. It's not at all part of our training or our expectation that anybody get involved in sort of physical altercations or physical violence or even vocal altercations per se. So the important thing there is to train ourselves on how it is that we can set our own limits for what it is that we're going to do, what it is that we're not going to do, so that we can keep our people safe and keep ourselves with our heads held high. So that's 95% of the training, and I'll talk a little bit more about the training next.